Hey guys. So I wanted to hop on here yesterday, the 19th, but I had the worst sinus headache as I usually get, which contributes to the puffiness here, puffiness up there. After several sinus surgeries, still hasn't gotten it right. But anyway, I'm here today feeling a little bit better. How's everybody doing? So first I want to say, how is everyone doing during this Venus trine Jupiter period that I put out a video on, that's been affecting us for most of this week and into next week. Abundance, prosperity, good fortune, and other stuff happening during this period for everybody in some level in their life. Okay. It's going to affect different people different ways. However, it's going to affect everyone. Okay. And you guys don't need to see my purse sitting here. How unprofessional. Anyway, um, okay. So just take a note of what's going on in your life during this time period and what aspect it affects, because like I said, it's going to affect everyone. So if you haven't gotten a chance, just check it out. It's my previous video, um, and I forget the title that I titled it. But okay, so predictions recap. Here we go. I told you guys about the stock market, and I told you we're going to have pretty much a big crash in December. Well, it happened. It happened. It happened on the 18th, which was the day that I gave, as a bunch of stuff happening. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen on the 18th, but I knew that the 18th was the date that they gave me, to look out for. So much stuff happened on the 18th. It's not even funny. I don't even think I can get through it all. Um, but anyway, so regarding my prediction that I was given about the stock market crash, um, I said there was going to be two almost back to back. Okay, the first one, which we just had, relax on that one. But the second one coming, you might want to do some things, shift whatever you're going to shift. Heed that one. Okay, so that's my kind of uh, new warning on that. Um, the strikes. There's going to be strikes. Amazon just went on strike, the 18th, as a matter of fact. Um, and there's going to be more. So here's the thing. Here is a another prediction that came through. Um, if this administration does have get in and they have their way, they will definitely try to stop people from striking. However, I just feel that workers are going to get around that somehow. They're just going to get around that. People are still going to find a way to strike, to boycott, to um, have an effect on who they want to strike against. Okay. So it's not going to be as cut and dry for Republicans as they think. Okay. I also told you guys before, a while back, when they first did the TikTok issue, I said that I didn't see TikTok going anywhere. I see a change for it. Something's with TikTok is going to change, but I just don't see it poof going away completely. Okay. So there's another prediction for you. And lo and behold, the Supreme Court did take up their case. Okay. So, excuse me. Um, Whatever the outcome of that, I just don't see TikTok going away. I don't. Um, I told you guys about Matt Gates out the picture. That was a while ago, and he's kind of been out the picture. Um, but how interesting is that they released his report? So that should be coming out soon. Um, and then there's going to be revenge on that. That's going to be a little dramatic. And here is another prediction I would like to add. I told you guys in my last predictions video that I see a lot of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay. I just, I see that it's almost going to be so much um, drama and shenanigans within the Republican Party that they're just like so split. And they're going to somehow kind of work with the Democrats. And I told you guys about that. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I used that exact same words in my last predictions video. Well, come to find out that 38 Republicans went against their own party and against Elon and Trump and voted with Democrats to stop this funding bill because Trump wanted a suspension of the debt ceiling, which is basically so he could just spend whatever kind of money he wants. And, you know, there was some Republican, well, 38 is a large number, went with Democrats to stop that because that's insane. You can't have a open purse on the government. All right, so that will continue. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Just remember those words because you're going to see more and more of that. They are going to oppose a lot of what he's going to find out that he doesn't have the friends that he thinks. There, something is going to shift within the Republican Party, and they're going to realize that um, they don't want to be beholden to him anymore like that. There's going to be some kind of shift, and it's going to be a little shocking. It's going to be a little shocking, and um, and also there was a Republican, Victoria Sparks. She also just came out on the 18th, the day that I remember, the day I was given. She said that she will not caucus with Republicans. So they're super when the new term takes over January the 3rd, is it? So when um, they have their slim majority January 3rd, she's not going to caucus with them, which is going to make it even slimmer. And it's just going to be just a nightmare for them. Okay. I told you guys about when we saw that big blue haze in Russia, that after that you're going to start hearing about peace talks. Do you guys remember I told you about that? So that blue haze did happen. Ukraine attacked Russia, and the result was a blue haze of some type because they attacked some major facility. But anyway, and excuse my voice, I like I said, my sinuses and all, it's just a mess. But so with them, after that attack, I said that you would start hearing talks about peace and this and that. Okay, so now they've started. So Hungary's president, the dictator Orban, he proposed something to both Ukraine and to Russia about ending the war. Ukraine said, nah, nope. And I don't know who you think you are for even proposing that. So then Russia says, well, hey, we're willing, all of a sudden, we're willing to talk peace negotiations once Trump gets in, okay? Which won't be really peace negotiations. It'll just be, hey, make Ukraine um, give up uh, the territory that we want, um, and don't help them anymore. But here's the thing, and here's what was given to me about this situation. And this is sort of uh, a new prediction that I was given. Ukraine is going to get support now. It's less from the United States and more from, I don't know whether it's going to be NATO or a specific European country, but they're going to be backed even more so by this new support. Okay, so they are not going to just fall right into Russia's hands. They're going to have the backing much more strongly, probably of the EU, but it could be NATO. Okay, so just look out for that. They are not silly putty in the hands of Russia just because the United States backs away from support. Okay, just watch out for that. Um, okay, so another thing too is for 2 weeks now, I've been getting Argentina, 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 Argentina. So, and I believe it has something to do with this current UFO wave that we're experiencing now. So look out for Argentina. I cannot give you exact information on that yet, but just look out for them. Um, you're going to be hearing something interesting about Argentina. Okay, so just keep them um, in the back of your mind. Okay, let's see. I believe that's it as far as the recaps and new predictions. Um, okay, so on the 18th, one of the things that happened was um, that they found a parallel universe that existed in Argentina. Not Argentina, I'm sorry, Antarctica. Okay. And it's basically, they found that the atoms were moving in a certain way um, that kind of defied our timeline. Okay. So in my book, The Spiral of Love, this is my second book. I've got a chapter in there on crop circles, and I talked about how there are different portals over the world. And I briefly touched on that. And Antarctica is not the only place where that exists. Okay. That exists in different spots throughout the world. Okay. Um, and remember, guys, this is not our world. We humans are not the owners, the caretakers of it. I've told you guys, and then in my first book, my near death experience from A to Z, um, my guide explained, my spiritual companion, through it, when I had my near death experience, explained to me, we don't own this. Humans are like visitors. Okay. We are visitors here. We don't own it. Um, We don't run things here. We are not the uh, powerful ones. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more regarding the orbs in just a minute. Um, Something else that came out on the 18th was there is a planet now that's acknowledged to have entered our solar system, um, and it's changing the orbits of the other planets. Well, I wouldn't say it's basically changing the orbits of the other planets. So, what I saw during my near death experience, and it's already in here, that's the most amazing part. My guy told me about this way back when, but it is not. Um, it's not that it's changing the orbit. We're just discovering. I was told that there are planets, um, celestial bodies that are there that some we'll never see, some we may have the capability to see at some point, and that's basically what the case is here. Okay. Um, because if you're not aware of something, you're just not aware, you just don't know. So we haven't been able to detect certain things because of our technology, right? So we're getting to a point maybe where we're able to detect more and more. So now we're thinking, oh wow, you know, look what just happened. No. And it's amazing to me that they're coming out with this because I saw this decades ago, was told about it. So that's another thing that happened on the 18th. They released that. Uh, Germany's government collapsed on the 18th. Not collapsed, but basically they're going to have uh, uh, what would you call it? I guess a revote or they had like a no confidence type of vote. So they're going to have to get a new government in place. Who knows? But that happened on the 18th. The Russian general, the major one, their top general, he was killed on the 18th. Um, SCOTUS did take on that TikTok man on the 18th. Um, let's see. Well, the stock market collapsed. I told you guys about that. We discussed that. Um, oh, something else that was interesting that happened. Starlink went inactive over India on the 18th. Okay, which is very interesting because the device was actually seized. Okay, Musk is pretty pissed because I believe it's a thing whereas they're not sure who exactly seized the device. All right, but it's inactive now over India. So that should be interesting. Bird flu. Um, Governor Gavin Newsom signed the executive order to declare a state of emergency because of the bird flu. So here's the thing, I don't see another pandemic type of situation hitting us the exact same way as COVID did. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think it will affect quite a bit of people, but I don't see it being no COVID type of situation. And I don't see another COVID type of situation coming. I see that we'll have pockets of these infectious type diseases for sure, but I just don't see it being like with COVID. I I just can't see it, and I don't think it's going to be. And I wasn't given. I told you guys how when COVID was um, first heard about over in China, and supposedly only two people were affected. And for some reason, when I saw that on the news, it just spread out to me in my mind that it was just going to be way bigger than it was. And I told my husband at the time, that's going to spread and it's just going to become big. He's like, it's only two people, like, chill. And I'm like, no, that's going to really be a big thing. I just saw it just being exponentially spread. And I was like, we need to stop our our flights from China, etc. And anyway, I don't see that any like that type of situation anymore. I don't. I just don't. Not with that type of infectious type of disease. Um, there'll be other stuff, but not like that. Not that. Okay. So, um, oh, one more thing I want to say. In Australia at the Cronulla Beach, okay, there was people keep filming this cloud formation that is basically in the shape of a huge ship, okay, but it's cloaked in clouds, okay, and they're trying to say that hey, like it's so huge that it's drawing attention of the people there, and people are trying to explain it away as like, oh, it's just clouds and this and that. But the thing is, it's not moving, and it hasn't moved at all. So clouds don't stay stationary for days. Like, they move. It's rare. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think like clouds just stay in one spot for 2 days, 2 or more days. I just don't see it. So could be wrong. But anyway, it's at the Cronulla Beach. Um, and that's basically one of the things that they do. They cloak in clouds. So let's talk about the extraterrestrial situation. So many of you have, basically agreed, hey, it's it's something, and people are saying, oh, the drones are Elon Musk, or his brother, or whatever. Here's the thing: if it was truly Elon Musk, he'd be bragging about it, like, until we were sick of hearing about it. I think you all can agree to that, right? So, whatever the drones are, it doesn't hide or cover the fact of the orbs and the ships that we're seeing, the mothership type of ships that we're seeing. Okay. And I put out two UAP videos, a part one and a part two, talking about these and how I know that the orbs are definite. Oh, this is another thing. They're trying to say the orbs are these plasmoids, okay, released from the drones or released from pockets of Earth, okay. Maybe in some cases there are these so-called plasmoids. I'm not going to say that plasmoids don't exist, okay. But I can tell you one thing: 90% of the orbs that you're seeing are not plasmoids, okay? I've experienced the orbs. I saw the orbs when I was taken out into space, okay? Orbs are basically condensed type of energy, okay, that can appear in our dimension, okay? And they can house actual spirits, they can house extraterrestrial beings, they can even house interdimensional ships. I've seen this. It's in here, okay? So to try to say that these are, oh, just, you know, these plasmoids that were created in a lab in Jersey or something, okay, maybe that's for some of the plasmoids, but it's definitely not for the orbs, okay? The orbs are interdimensional condensed energy, all right? Condensed energy, and they are intelligent. I literally, my spiritual form was literally put into an orb. And by that way, I was able to travel outside of Earth's atmosphere. Okay. So I understand that many people refuse to grasp the fact that there are extraterrestrials or don't want to believe that there's extraterrestrials. Okay. I understand that. And what they're trying to do is reduce this entire situation into some type of human form, but it's not. It's not. And eventually, like I said, okay, it will be proven so unmistakably that even they won't be able to deny it. And look, there's some people that are just will not. Like, for instance, they're trying to loop together the drones and the orbs and the motherships all in one. I don't know how you can do that. I told you guys in my UAP videos, part one, part two, the orbs and the drones are not only two different things, but the orbs are actually sort of monitoring the drones. And some of the drones are extraterrestrial in origin. Okay, some of them are. Some of them, I said, were the government, and they are the government. Okay. So I hope that kind of clarifies it. But you to come on here and tell someone that was literally transformed into an orb, okay, that orbs are human made or earth or of earthly origin, okay? No, 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 absolutely not. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah. Now, if that's what you need to believe because you refuse to think outside of this earthly realm, fine. But do not, I won't even entertain, listen, or read anything else about that. Okay. And if you look at these orbs, you can see, if you get a close up of the orbs, you can see the energy that is fluctuating within them, and it's like a slipstream of energy. You can see. Uh, we witnessed one the other day. And it's beautiful, beautiful. I was one. I literally was one. You know, I've talked about this before, but we are literally this dimension, okay? This realm here, the 3D dimension, is literally a part, one part of the spiritual realm. It's not separate from it, it's a part of it. So imagine this little square that you're seeing, right? That's us. Now you've got the spiritual world, the spiritual realm, okay? We're just a part of the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm has mastery over this earthly realm, the human 3D realm, okay? And not only that, there are many extraterrestrial races that know how to master the 3D, third dimension, this realm. They know, they have mastery over it. They can manipulate the energies that are between whatever dimension they're in and ours. They can manipulate that. Just because we can't doesn't mean that it can't be done. Okay? So, um, it is time for us to sort of expand our thought. And listen, there are many that just can't do it right now. And I completely 100% understand that. If you cannot or are not ready to take that leap, completely get it. I really do. And I have complete understanding of that. Okay. However, because you're not ready to take that leap, you can't expect those who are ready and willing to not do it. They can't stay where you're at. Okay. So, um, I'm just being told we are not alone. Hilarious. I find that hilarious. And we are not alone. And it's insane to think that we are. It to me now at this point it's just insane. But some people like being in that insane uh, world, and that's okay. That's okay. But some of us we know differently, and we're going to follow that. I want to give a shout out to the Ethical Psychic, and it's at the Ethical Psychic. She's on TikTok, she's on YouTube. She puts out awesome stuff. Very spiritual minded, very knowledgeable. Definitely a shout out to her. And her name is actually Jennifer West. Also, at Rosie, thank you. I just became aware of you, and you've been giving me shout outs, and I appreciate you so much. And I am definitely going to check you out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I'm I'm pretty sure she's on YouTube at Rosie, and TikTok also. But thank you, and if you guys could let her know, I say thank you. Please do, if you're over there, to both of them. And another shout out I was given Tim from Telltale Tarot. Thank you. Um, I believe that's it. Telltale, yeah, Telltale Tarot. Um, not only do I believe it's ultra kind to do that, that they what they've done to me and for me, but it's just a very loving way to spread love. And I appreciate that immensely. And, it's one of those things that you spread just a little light here, a little light there, a little kindness here, a little kindness there. And believe it or not, those sparks and those light, they add up and they turn on light for others and other things. Okay. Those little acts of kindness do it. So, thank you guys. Appreciate it much. So anyway, I think I'm gonna sign off now because I just don't want anybody to get like super duper sick of me. And I'll check back with you soon. And thanks for checking in with me. And take care. And please enjoy this Venus trine Jupiter because you've got about another good week of it. Some area of your life is going to just blow up in such a good way. So, and like I said, just check out my other video on that. All right, take care.